Yo guys, welcome to a brand new video. There's a lot of new players coming in from Steam and Epic Games, or maybe you're a returning player and you just want to make millions of coins. Today, I got 3 budget builds for you to do exactly that. Alright guys, and for the first gun, we're doing the MP5 with Dum Dum ammo. This will work in normal, lockdown, and forbidden. Technically, I wouldn't really do this in forbidden, you're probably going to get shit on. But lockdown and normals or secure ops, this does really good in secure ops. We're at 89k right now. I think you can even get it as low as like 80k depending on the prices and the time of day. And when it comes to the armor setup, we're going to be looking at the KSS tactical helmet. It's a tier 4 helmet. You're going to be looking at around 100k to like 80k to buy this. The 6B23 body armor, you're going to be looking around 90k for this. But the thing about both of these pieces of armor is that there is a bundle for it, which both of these come from. So you could not spend anything. That being said, the DK8 military bulletproof mask, you do have to pay for, and I believe those go around 30k, sometimes 40k. During season 2, they were like 100k. So this can vary depending. So if that mask is too expensive on the day for some reason, just wear the DK6. I mean, at the end of the day, you're probably going to get one tap through the mask anyway. So for the backpack, I would go with the Rush. This bag is about 60k. It can go down to as low as 40k, maybe even 35k. To fill a 30 mag, it's going to cost you 9k with dum-dums, and these absolutely cook. You're going to want like probably 2 or 3 of those because you're going to be spraying and hoping for the best. And then for your meds, I would say grab like a couple LPs. This will give you 4.5 minutes of pain, and they don't take any hydration away from you. Probably grab an STD kit for your meds, probably an E3, 2 mil kits, and then we're not going to do any of the stims and stuff. That's a little too expensive for our taste. And that's going to come out to about 69k for that. And meds and stuff don't count towards your shit, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Equipment value comes out to about 366, and we can go into normals with this, to lockdown with this, to forbidden. Like, you could do this anywhere and you will definitely make money. And for the second budget build, I got 2 guns for you, starting off with the AK-74N. This thing is basically the first thing you'll ever use in this game for the most part. We're looking at about 88k to make this. And you got to remember as well, these prices will vary depending on the time of day. And for the second weapon, we're going with the SCAR. This is an absolute slammer. I think this weapon is a little underrated, to be honest, because it can get up to a high firepower. So this one's going to cost you 109. It can go down to even 100k. It might even be a little more, depending on the time of day again. All right, guys, and for the armor for this one, since we have 40 round mags in the SCAR, we're going to be wanting the Sentry chest rig. It's an armor rig. It can hold the 40 mags in it so that we can bring a spare with you. We're going to be using the same helmet as the previous build, the KSS tactical helmet with the DK8 mask. Like I said, again, you can get this helmet for free if you have the bundles for it. Using the ZO38 tactical headset. It's a medium on both of them. It's nice. It's cheap. It's like the middle of the road headset for the most part. We're going to be using the Rush backpack again. It'll be the same for all of these builds, by the way, the Rush bag. We're going to be grabbing an extra 40 mag. I believe the 40 mags are like, how much are 40 mags? 26k for a 40 mag. We're going to fill both of those with A1. I don't know how much A1 is for a whole stack. Probably like 200k to get like 120 of it. The most important part of the build is going to be your ammo, because if you have shit ammo but you have good gear, you're not going to kill anybody. You're going to get outgunned every time. We're going to bring 4 LPs similar. We're going to be bringing the STD kit. For the med, we're going to do similar, the E3 with 2 mils. No beverages or stims. Throw that in and we're ready to go. And for the third and final build, this is the budget build you are going to want to run. I'm telling you right now, this is the build. I have done this one before. I may have even been running this in videos before. I'm not 100%, but I've definitely 100% have used this gun with this armor, with all of this stuff to make millions. We're going with the AEK. This is a stock AK. All you're doing is you're using the 30 mag. You're throwing on the alloy grip. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you could throw on the RKO. For the muzzle, sometimes I run the suppressor, but just use the long barrel flash suppressor. I mean, this is meant to be as cheap as possible, honestly. We're looking at 120k. This thing is dirt cheap. I would say the main thing about this build you have to remember is the ammo is outrageously expensive. The tier 4 bullet is like 3k at like base. It has skyrocketed in price. Another thing I want to bring up real quick is BP ammo. The one you use for the AK can be crafted at the workbench. Alright guys, and for the armor setup for this build, like I said, I've actually run this before, so I can verify to you that this is really good. We're going with the 03 heavy tac helmet, so this is a tier 5 helmet. The way you're going to want to do this though is, it's 319k, that's too expensive for us. We're going like new, and boom, it drops to 223. This helmet also has an exchange for a brand new one. We're looking at 248 for a brand new one, so that's even cheaper. You could even do that, but go for this helmet. Throw a DK8 tac mask on it. We're using the TM2 armor. The reason we're using this one over the Sentry is, now we get the slot. We're going for more of a looting type of setup here. These are all going to be pretty similar. We're going to run like 4 of these, the T3, 2 mil kits. I think now I would probably start, I throw in like 2 stems, a couple energy drinks. We're going to bring an extra 30 mag, fill those with BP, bring some extra as well. And then boom, you have your setup. A couple side things. If you want to be even cheaper with your money, not spend any of it at all, you can use a basic quick kit or an advanced quick kit, or even a premium one if you have one of those. I've never had one of these. I don't even know how you get them. Throw in a basic quick kit, go on to armory. If you can get inside the armory, or even loot the outskirts of the armory, you will make a lot of money. I've done that as well. I've used one quick kit for like 7 raids in a row. All right, so I've shown you 3 budget kits now, but what maps should you use those on to make the most profit out of? I would say the #1 map for making profit with these kits is 100% going to be Valley every single time. Valley has a absolute shit load of safes. I think probably the most safes out of any map, and they're relatively close together, but there's a lot of safes. And if you don't have any of the keys, there's still a lot of free safes as well. But the keys for this map are pretty cheap. The second map I would go for is Armory. You get a good spawn. You can get into the Armory like quickly, and you can just get all of the free safes. There's a lot of free safes in Armory. And then if you get the keys are a little expensive for Armory, but if you get the keys, boom, you open all those. And then that's, I don't even know how many safes that is, like 8. And you can open them like pretty quickly before anyone else even has a chance to get in. Alright guys, that was my 3 budget builds. And there's probably guns that could be cheaper, but like I was saying, I want the performance to actually be good, not use some dog shit gun just because it's cheap. Not use some dog shit armor just because it's cheap. Like, we're using good armor and some somewhat decent weapons. The 74N is definitely the worst of the bunch by a lot, honestly. And it's just cheap, you know, it's a cheap gun that can use a pretty decent bullet. The AK build is definitely the almighty star of this build. I would say that one is the one you should use. If I was to recommend one of them specifically, that one is by far the best. The AK is a top 3 weapon in the game. Go try the AK build. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.